Don't let all these palm trees fool you here on this island, because this is not in the tropics. These were all planted starting around the 1970s here in Jeju, South Korea. And this was to give a certain aesthetic to the island. But trust me, it gets really cold here, especially in the winter. They actually get snow. This is a stunning view from this cliffside cafe here, and I am so grateful to be back. Now, my first trip, I came here back in the summer, and I had so much fun, I was like, I gotta come back again. So now I'm here in the autumn, and so I'm just gonna take a look at some things I didn't get a chance to do last time, and hopefully see some fall colors, because I'm told that the foliage, when it changes, is really, really beautiful. I don't know if you can tell this, but it is super windy today.
If you're looking for the perfect island vacation, I'd highly recommend this small slice of paradise. Jeju is an easy weekend getaway from South Korea, Japan, and China. Just a few days there is great for relaxing in nature, chilling in coastal cafes, or hiking for the more adventurous. Because of its location, Jeju gets 4 distinct seasons, sometimes all on the same day due to microclimates. On my second trip, I'll be checking out a temple in the woods, a folk village highlighting the rich culture and history of its early inhabitants, fields of tall golden grass, and finally, spending time relaxing in a spa.
Something Jeju is really well known for are its oranges, and if you're here in the fall, you'll see these orange groves everywhere. Here in Jeju, they're really known for having lots and lots of roadside attractions. I mean, if there's something that interests you, you can probably find a museum for it here. I just passed a museum that was for cars and pianos. There was one for Greek mythology, Hello Kitty themed cafe. There was a Snoopy themed park. And right here, there's something called Father's Garden, which I just couldn't pass up because of everything I saw when driving by. I just had to stop. You might be saying to yourself, there's a lot of oranges and citrus-themed things here, but that is because the island is very famous for that, and especially here in the late fall and the winter, that is orange season. Honestly, one of the coolest parts about this one too is that you can see the tallest mountain here, Mount Halasan, just past all of these oranges right here, which makes a fantastic postcard if you're looking for the iconic Jeju Island. The most difficult part about driving on this island is the speed limit, because it fluctuates so heavily between 30 and 80 kilometers per hour. So the average speed is maybe like 60 kilometers an hour, which is only 40 miles per hour. So it is quite slow, which is why it takes a while to get anywhere. I mean, it's about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're trying to go. So I guess it's not that far. This is just such a beautiful Buddhist temple up here, kind of at the base of these mountains on the island. I just looked this up and somebody said if you're here in the autumn you should check this out. And even though it's raining and pretty cold out this morning, this is gorgeous, especially with all these orange leaves everywhere. Let's go over and get a little bit closer to the temple though. So this right here is an active Buddhist temple where people come to worship. They're taking off their shoes to go inside. I, of course, won't be going in. But it looks really nice. And again, the beauty of this area cannot be overstated. It is way, way prettier than I could have imagined. There are trails all through the woods here that you can take as well because we're right next to the largest mountain on the island, Halasan. But it is so cold. It's literally sleeting right now. You can even see some snow on the ground. Unfortunately, I won't be able to spend as much time as I wanted to here. I wanted to kind of do a little bit more hiking, but I'll have to save that for my next trip. Oh, this was definitely worth seeing. But I'm going to get back to the car and get warm. So while I'm here this time, I'm doing something I didn't have a chance to do on my last trip, and that is check out one of the local folk villages. And this is where you can see how people lived on this island hundreds of years ago. And they've preserved these areas perfectly with all the stone walls and the old kind of huts where people lived. This is so cool. You can come inside these old huts here and see what it might have looked like. So that's a really cute little setup right there. A little boy has his pants down. I think he's doing something he's not supposed to be, and the pigs caught him. But it was kind of fun. I just saw a tour group all speaking Russian a second ago, so there are a lot of people visiting this area. And it is really, really cool to see these old buildings. And you can touch them, walk around them. Definitely stepping into the past here and a way to connect with history and the historical elements of this island. One of the things that's really nice about this place as well is that you don't have to pay any money to come in and see all this. It's just kind of a self-guided tour with plaques along the buildings. And it is kind of a residential area as well. People still live in some of these homes here, so you should be respectful and quiet and not film the locals, of course. But very fascinating to see all this and to see how it's even still being used in modern times. This area is quite large, in fact much bigger than I thought. Lots of little streets and alleys with all these little brown mud huts. And I will say they're interesting, but once you're here for a little bit, maybe 30-40 minutes, you really don't have to stay that long because they all start to look kind of similar. Something else they have here that you can do at most other tourist areas in Seoul and everywhere else in Korea is you can rent the traditional outfits, the hanboks. And I would say it's more fun to do if you're at a bigger palace in Seoul or one of the bigger cities. But if you're here and this is the only place you're going to be and you really want to try it, why not? One of the most beautiful things to check out here in Jeju in the fall is the grass. It's really tall and it turns silver and gold and even pink in areas. So if you can find a spot where they have it, it just looks amazing, and that's what I'm doing right now. These fields of tall grass are just incredible. I mean, they're surrounding you here on these hillsides. And while it's kind of a dark day, so there's not a lot of sun, so you're not getting the really silvery gold look to the tops of the grass, but it's still just incredible to see. It feels so surreal, almost like you're inside a Miyazaki film. So back down that trail right there, I think they must have filmed a movie or a TV show here because they have some signs saying it's a famous spot. A lot of people walking over there, but it is really gorgeous for a photo. I could just walk around here all day, honestly. I mean, it's a little bit cold and windy, but yeah, the views are incredible. I think it's starting to rain a little bit. Uh-oh. So right over here you can check out this crater in the park, and it's pretty cool. You can see a bunch of the trees down there, their color is starting to change toward those reds and browns and yellows. Definitely autumn, and it is really, really cold today, if I haven't mentioned that already several times. Well, I usually don't do this, but I've decided to use a spa, or as they call them here in Korea, Jeju. Since I am on vacation, I might as well, right? But I gotta say, this water, really, really, really hot. Okay, I'm gonna try to sit down, lower myself into this scalding hot water. That's not because it's cold, by the way, that I'm cringing. It's because I think I'm cooking myself. Something that is really nice about this sauna here is that they have a lot of these mini pools where you basically have your own private sauna, and you just pick one that people haven't already sat down in or are using currently. It's kind of funny to me because this morning it was literally sleeting and snowing and then a lot of rain, and now in the afternoon the sun came out. It's still cloudy, but it's beautiful again, and even the temperature rose a little bit. This spa out here has so many different pools, outdoor and indoor. Just hard to choose which one to get into, so I'm just trying to use as many as I can while I'm here. This is actually a really nice spa, and if you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is kind of a uniform that they give everybody when you visit. Very typical of Korean jjimjilbangs. This room that I'm in right now just kind of caught my eye, and it's because there are all these pink rocks on the floor. And I just realized when I looked at the sign outside, these are Himalayan rock salt, and it's supposed to have all these healing properties. So you're supposed to come in here, lay down, enjoy the relaxing colors, and just let all your cares drift away. They have a lot of other rooms that you can check out, so you should try each one. A lot of them are heated or have some kind of relaxing property to the room. And you can just sit here and enjoy yourself. Well, you look at that. It's going to be a beautiful morning here and an amazing sunrise. It's kind of sad though, really, because this is the last sunrise I'm going to enjoy in Jeju on this trip. I've had a really fantastic 3 days to relax, rejuvenate, enjoy nature, and just get away from it all here. This is truly becoming a place that I feel like is somewhere where I can come and just escape. Korea has been my home now for over 25 years, or the place that I feel most comfortable. And the fact is, I never came to Jeju until a few years ago. So it was on my bucket list forever. And I finally did it, and I had such a good time. I came back again for another trip. And there is so much to do, even though it's a small island. There's so many things to see, so many museums, so many mountains and hills, hiking, coastal trails. Everything I kind of enjoy doing, especially in the outdoors, I can do here. And that doesn't take away from mainland Korea at all, because I love being in Seoul and Busan and other cities there as well. Lots of nature, hiking, all that stuff. But there is something truly unique and different about this island. The highlights for me this time around coming here have been just checking out kind of the central part of the island. And while I didn't hike up the big volcanic mountain of Hallasan, which is the most prominent mountain feature right in the middle, I did get in kind of the woodsy areas, do a little bit of hiking, and check out some really beautiful spots, like with the silver tall grass. And I got to go over and check out some silly roadside attractions, see the oranges, because this is the season where they're all coming out. I got to enjoy just relaxing using the sauna, the Jeju and spa here, which was a half a day of pure bliss. Something you really need to consider though when you're coming here in the autumn is the weather, because it is all over the place. I knew it was going to be cooler. I knew to bring layers, so I was always wearing 3 or 4 shirts and jackets. But I have to say, I wasn't really prepared for the fact that at one moment during the same day, I would get snow, rain, cloudy, sunshine. So I went through all 4 seasons within 24 hours. And I got to tell you, by the end of the day, I was really exhausted and freezing. So it was nice to kind of just relax after that one. As always, stay safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. And I'll see you in another adventure real soon. Bye for now.
Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.